Welcome back to Lucore Automotive Services. In this video, we're going to tackle more stuff with this 1970 Pontiac LeMans. We're having a lot of really weird issues, to be honest with you. It's been weird. We are really trying to figure out a harmonic balancer issue, pulley issue, accessory issue, and then some other issues. Which is really weird because this is the engine that came out of this car to begin with. We've already run this motor on the dyno before. So the fact that we're running into issues is really annoying because that's not what we were planning on doing. Hopefully we get these things fixed. So we're gonna get this thing back in the shop, figure out this whole harmonic balancer pulley situation and hopefully get that all done. And maybe then we can enjoy the car. So if you're interested, stay tuned.
I started thinking about this harmonic balancer, and I remembered the last time I had it off, it's not a press fit, or at least the one that this engine was built with. So this is the balancer that was used in the build, and I thought about it. And it goes on without being pressed on, and I thought that was odd because I can't remember any GM engines, especially any engines of this era, that have a balancer that's not pressed on. I mean, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. So I decided to take the old balancer that we think came off this engine, and I've got to clean it up in the tank, and I'm going to drive it on there. One, to see if it's a press fit, because if it is a press fit, this balancer is no good because it's not machined correctly. But I'm going to see if, with the original balancer installed on the engine, if my pulleys line up. Because if they do, then this balancer is no good. It's not machined correctly. So we're going to give that a shot, because that'll at least answer that question. Does the original harmonic balancer for this engine allow the belts to line up correctly? When you look at them side by side, they all look the same, but that doesn't mean my eyeballs aren't messed up. I don't know. So give me a few minutes, we'll get the old balancer cleaned up and we'll stick it on there. We replaced the old balancer because the rubber that holds the harmonic piece onto the hub was gross and oozing out and soft. So we thought it best to replace the harmonic balancer while we were doing the rebuild. And maybe that's what's causing us our hiccup. Let's find out. Oh man, that thing's still gross. Alright, so it is not an interference fit. That must just be a Pontiac BOP thing. Learning new stuff every day. Let's set this guy down next to the other two harmonic balancers we have sitting here. I bet it's going to look exactly the same. All three look identical. Well, they're not identical, but they all look the same, have the same heights. Weirdness. Well, this is very unfortunate because I put the factory harmonic balancer back in the car with the pulleys, and I'm still basically an entire belt width off with the crank pulley being too far out. It doesn't appear there's enough room for the balancer to go in farther. This is the crankshaft that came out of the car. This is the balancer that came out of the car. So the only thing that's different would be the timing set. Could possibly push if the timing set crankshaft gear was too thick, it could push the pulley out. But there's not enough room for the crank pulley to go in that far on the crankshaft snout. So we have something very strange going on here. I'm still going to go ahead and get this thing fired up. I need my lift for some production work, so I'm going to get this thing fired up and filled with coolant. At least we can pull it in and out of the shop as we try and figure out a solution for our belt misalignment issue. This car's 1 year, the engine's from another year. The Lord only knows what the accessories are from in this thing. So, I don't know. We'll figure that out. I'm going to get this thing running. Oil pressure came up right away. That's good. Doesn't look like I have another fuel leak. Check it over for fluids. Alright, thing working.
She sounds tired, Mr. Lucore.
She's doing something weird. She's not happy about something. Must have a vacuum leak somewhere. It won't idle.
That's the one that you had to rebuild, right?
Yeah, the car was rebuilt, and the engine was rebuilt, and everything's rebuilt. I had a vacuum leak right there. Didn't see it. And the idle needle weren't set correctly. They were turned way out, so it would probably never run on this carburetor. I shouldn't have my face right in front of these belts. That would hurt. Sounds nice. I should probably send a video of this to Austin, since he is in a Ford F-350 on his way back from Minnesota right now. That might give him a little extra burst of energy. My phone at. Keep on driving. You gotta love a tin Indian beating its war drums. annoying me. That was anticlimactic.
Car's still running. That's awkward. Just a second. So, it's running. Sounds nice when it's running right. It's not quite running right. We've got some kind of an ignition issue, clearly. And we've got a couple of other issues we're still resolving, but it is at least technically running and moving. Still unsure about what's going on with the pulleys and the balancer situation. From what we're going to be able to guess is when this car was put back together as the mutt that it originally was when I purchased the car, it seems as if the block and the heads are of the later generation Pontiac stuff, and the accessory drive is from an early generation Pontiac stuff. In the late '68 period, there's a changeover of belts and pulleys and accessories and things that seems to be, Pontiac people, please correct me if I'm wrong, what we're running into here, because I've put my 71 against this thing and it lines up perfectly fine. I had a customer that actually has a 72 and we looked at the same situation and all of his stuff lines up perfectly fine. So, but the accessories look a little bit different, so we're guessing that this has got the original or the old generation accessory drive set up on it, which isn't perfect, but hey, it works at the moment. So, we still have some stuff to figure out. We're still battling throttle linkage and kickdown cable issues. The kickdown cable on this is actually mounted on the pedal, not off the carburetor, which is a little tricky. We can't find anything for that. We got to figure out the throttle linkage situation a little bit better. And then track down whatever this really weird situation with the MSD box is. Sometimes it decides it doesn't want to start. Sometimes it'll start and run fine. Sometimes it'll start and then not turn off. So, it's hot rodding, guys. Keep troubleshooting. So, hey, there's gonna be more episodes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Huge thanks to Rich for getting this thing running at least, so we can get it out of the shop again. It's cool to hear this thing finally running. And the pipes, violator exhaust on this thing actually sounds pretty good. Now obviously we have not done my Trans Am tips on the back of this yet. This is still running the full length exhaust from pipes. So we're going to cut that all down and put my Trans Am tips on there. Probably is the coup de grace at the very end of all this stuff. So anyway, if you enjoy this kind of thing, please do click on the subscribe button. Drop us a comment in the comment section below if you're interested in this car or any other builds that we do. Anything you'd like to see us do with this thing, any advice you have with us, we're always paying attention to the comment section, and we appreciate you guys being there. Please do click on that like button. Helps YouTube understand that you're actually paying attention to what we do. We'll see you next time with more stuff to do on the Pontiac LeMans. Take it easy.